You know that feeling, right? You pour all of your best ideas into an IELTS essay. You feel like you've absolutely nailed it, and then the score comes back and it's just not what you were hoping for. It can be so frustrating when you know your ideas are good, but something just isn't connecting for the examiner.
So, what's going on here? Why do these fantastic, well-thought-out ideas sometimes just fall flat and fail to get you that high band score you're working so hard for? Well, the answer is often hiding in a place that a lot of people just kind of forget to look. All right, welcome to The Explainer by IELTS Guide Phil on YouTube. Today, we are going to crack the code on one of the most important and, honestly, most misunderstood parts of IELTS Writing Task 2.
And here it is. The answer is coherence and cohesion. I'm telling you, these two words are the secret key to unlocking a band 7, 8, or even a 9. This isn't just about fancy grammar either. It's about the entire logic, the flow, the very heart of your essay. So let's demystify these terms once and for all. What do they actually mean? IELTS Guide Phil has this fantastic analogy that is going to make it all click for you. This is brilliant. Just think of it like this. Coherence is the skeleton of your essay. It's the overall logical structure that gives your whole argument its shape. Does it stand up on its own? Does it make sense from top to bottom? Cohesion, then, is the connective tissue. It's all the language, the words, the phrases that link everything together and allow that skeleton to move smoothly. You absolutely need both to have a strong, healthy essay. One without the other just doesn't work. Okay, so if coherence is our skeleton, we need a solid blueprint to build it correctly, right? So let's look at the essay structure that examiners are really hoping to see. And here it is, your foolproof plan, the classic 4-paragraph structure. Seriously, this provides a clear, logical framework for pretty much any Task 2 question they can throw at you. You start with your introduction to grab the reader and state your main idea. Then you've got 2 solid body paragraphs, and each one focuses on just one main point. And finally, a nice, clean conclusion to wrap it all up. It is simple, it's super effective, and it guarantees your essay is perfectly coherent. So how do you make those body paragraphs really strong? You use the Peel method. Honestly, this is a total game changer. First, you make your point in a super clear topic sentence. Then you explain what you mean. You develop that idea a little bit. After that, you give a specific example to make your argument real and believable. And finally, you link that whole paragraph back to your main argument. This little formula makes sure every single paragraph is focused, it's well supported, and it's doing its job.
All right, so we've got the skeleton built. Now it's time to add that connective tissue we talked about. We need the right language, those cohesive devices, to make all our ideas flow together smoothly. Let's take a look at your linguistic toolkit. Okay, here are some of the essentials. When you want to add another idea that supports your point, you use words like moreover or furthermore. And when you need to show a different side of the argument, words like however or on the other hand are going to be your best friends. These are not just fancy filler words. They're like little signposts that guide your reader through your logic.
And to make your points really hit home, you've got to use evidence, right? Phrases like for instance are perfect for that. And to show the consequence of something, you'll use words like therefore or as a result. You know, using a good variety of these shows the examiner that you can handle complex ideas, and that is a huge part of high-level writing.
Now, knowing what tools to use is one thing, but using them correctly, that's a whole other ballgame. So let's dive into some of the most common score-dropping mistakes that IELTS Guide Phil points out, so you can steer clear of these traps.
Oh, this first one is a big one. Overusing those really basic connectors like you're just reading off a shopping list. Firstly, secondly, thirdly, it just sounds so mechanical and, honestly, a little boring. Look at the difference here. Instead of that simple list, the do this example actually weaves the ideas together. It shows the relationship between them. It's a real argument, not just a list of points. You can feel the difference, can't you? And here is another classic trap, unclear pronouns. In that don't do this example, what exactly is this and who are they? It's kind of vague, and the examiner has to do the work to figure it out. Now look at the do this version. It's so much more precise. This demographic shift, these nations. See? That kind of clarity makes your writing so much easier to follow and just sounds way more sophisticated. So let's pull it all together. Here is your path to a band 7 and even higher. Number 1, structure first. Always start with that solid 4-paragraph plan. Number 2, build with Peel. Use that method to make your body paragraphs powerful. 3, connect smartly. Use a whole range of cohesive devices, not just the basic ones. And 4, avoid those traps. Watch out for those unclear pronouns and that mechanical linking. If you can master these 4 things, I promise you, your writing score is going to improve dramatically.
Now, we've really just scratched the surface today, but if you want a complete breakdown with a ton more examples, make sure you go read the full blog post from IELTS Guide Phil.
And hey, while you're there, why not subscribe to the YouTube channel? You'll get more of these practical explainers with tips and strategies just like this.
If you're more of a listener, you can also find deep dive audio episodes on all these topics over on Spotify.
And for even more help and to connect with other people on the same journey, you should definitely join the supportive Facebook community. We've got links to all of these in the description below, so it's super easy to find.
And finally, look, let's be real. The absolute fastest way to improve is with personalized feedback. If you're serious about this and want to get your own writing and speaking checked by an expert, just comment below to learn more about IELTS Guide Phil's online coaching service. Hope this was a huge help and good luck building those high-scoring essays.